Welcome on board as we take the entire family, dogs included, out to one of our favorite spots, the Content Keys here in the Lower Keys. Here we are running out through the Kemp Channel. That's Tarpon Belly Key, another one of our favorite spots to visit on our way out to the Gulf of Mexico and then heading over to the Content Keys. But you can see this is just a perfect glassy day. Just love being on the boats on days like this. Here, we've just entered the Gulf of Mexico, past the Keys, heading on our way over to Content Key. Just pulling up here to the Content Keys, off in the distance, about halfway between us and the island, there's a little pod of dolphins. Couldn't really capture them too well on the camera. I had a waterproof case on and wasn't able to zoom while filming inside that waterproof case. So didn't get them on film for you, but they are there following the boat to our anchoring spot. Right now, our dogs know where they're at. They are super excited to get off the boat, swimming into shore. So, just pulling into our anchor spot. This is a solid rock bottom here. So, not a great spot to try and anchor on a windy, choppy day. Tough to get a good hold unless you get a grappling hook and you can catch it on some of the rocks on the bottom, which isn't super difficult. But on a day like this, we just drop our Danforth and the boat is not going anywhere. Here, just drop the anchor in about 2.5 feet of water. Swim ladders in. Dogs have already jumped in. They're already on the beach. And you can just see how crystal clear the water is here and why we love this spot so much. Just a quick view of the boat from the water. And just this close in, I'm about a foot of water and it just gets ankle deep from here on in. This is at low tide. The rocks are covered with seagrass and different types of plant life. So super soft on your feet walking in, not super slippery. Just a view of the tidal pools, in here. Again, beautiful location. Dogs love playing in the tidal pools, running up and down the beach. And again, we love this. There's just nobody out here. It's a holiday weekend. Here's a look at the mangrove trees that line this beachfront. The mangroves, one of the few trees they can live directly in the salt water. They provide amazing fish habitat down here. And they're also a protected species down here as they help protect the islands from hurricanes and storm damage. So again, just a look at how secluded this beach is. Nobody around. This is a holiday, Sunday morning on a holiday weekend. Every place else is just packed, but we've got this half-mile stretch of beach, and the beach widens out a little further down, but just a great place to come and be on your own. Circles, when they're collecting seashells, they put them in these little circles to make sure there's nothing living in those, leave them sit for a while. And if they happen to walk out of that circle over time, like this guy did, we know that seashell is somebody's home. So we want to make sure we leave them here at their home and don't take those back to the house with us. So after about an hour and a half, 2 hours of running around, our dogs always let us know they are done, ready to head back to the boat. They'll head out, start swimming out to the boat even before we're ready to go. So now we're loaded up, heading back to Cudjoe Key. So right now we are traveling west across the Gulf of Mexico back to the entrance for Kemp Channel. And here we are back in Cudjoe Bay. Stay tuned. Right after the video, I share a couple of slides with our route to get out to the Content Keys and some other places to see and things to do while you're out there. Taking a look at the route that we use to get out to the Content Keys, we usually use the Kemp Channel, which is in between Cudjoe Key and Summerlin Key, and follow this channel out. You want to stay towards the left side coming out underneath the bridge, and then it shifts over more just right of center, and head on out. The blimp base is right in here, so it'd be going past Foul Albert, the blimp, but you head right on out the Kemp Channel past Tarpon Belly Key, and we'll show you Tarpon Belly Key in another video, and then just follow the channel straight on out. Don't want to cut this corner. There's a few spaces where it is less than 2 feet in here, but other than that, you're pretty good once you get out, straight shot down. to the Content Keys in this area in here. This spot, this is where we anchored on the video we just showed you. And this is great lobstering ground in here. Lots of rocky crevices. This holds lots of lobster, a great spot to come into the Gulf of Mexico side of things. And two other spots, if you come down, there's a little channel entrance here. This is pretty shallow. Maybe you're going to get maximum of 2 feet of water in here at lower tides. But once you come on here, this is one of the more popular sandbars out here for for crowds. Super super popular with folks. It gets busy out here with the sandbar crowd, which is why we like coming out here. We can bring the dogs. There's almost never anybody, and actually we've never been on the beach with anybody. It's out here on the beach. It's about a half mile long. There's another great stretch of sandy beach in here. But if you want to come out, drop through here, go to the sandbar. This is a really popular spot in here. If you're feeling brave and have a flats boat, you can come on in and sneak in here. These are some beautiful sandbars in this area, but I would definitely do this on a rising tide. You don't want to get in here, think you're safe, and have the tide go out, and then you're stuck for a few hours waiting for the tide to come back in. If you know the tide is coming up and you make it in here, you know you've got a pretty good shot of getting yourself back out of this spot because it's really tight. I've got my prop of the engine up almost all the way on the flats boat getting in here, even at mid tide. So watch your spot, but a beautiful spot. One other thing, these content keys have lots of no seams, mosquitoes around. So if you're going to be in this spot out here, definitely bring some bug spray along if you're going to spend any time at all on the beach, but totally worth it. We love this spot. Beautiful water, beautiful scenery, and loads of seashells. Hope this helps you and motivates you to get out here and check out the content keys on your next trip down to the lower Florida Keys.